Good morning, everyone. This is Karl F. Rose recording from Bedford, Pennsylvania on Sunday, October 13th, 2019. And today we're going to be talking about both the Red Wings and the Lions, and both teams getting off to a good start. And we're going to get into that right after this. Remember to subscribe and hit the bell notification. Good morning, everyone. This is Karl F. Rose recording from Bedford, Pennsylvania on Sunday, October 13th, 2019. And let's start off with the Red Wings. I'm only going to talk about the Eastern Conference here. I really don't care about the Western Conference, not yet. But the 2019-2020 hockey season has started. As some of you may or may not know, but last year the Red Wings lost their first 7 games in a row. Okay, they've got a whole new attitude. I've been watching them. Now they did lose to Toronto, and Toronto leapfrogged over them. Toronto had 5 points, and and they didn't play their best game last night. I was kind of expecting that loss, but I don't want to go into that game that much. I just want to talk about how the Red Wings are different from last year. Last year at this point, let's see, they lost their first 7 games. So here now they've played 5 games. They've won 3 and lost 2. Not great, but a lot better than 0-7. It took them 11 games. I was watching WDIV Channel 4. They mentioned that it took them 11 games last year to get to 6 points. So they're already at 6 points at 5 games. So they need to rebound from their last loss. But the thing is, what I'm getting at is their mentality. When they're out there, and even in last night's game, even though they lost, they lost 5-2. They kind of got killed. But the efforts there, they've got a whole new mindset, kind of like the Lions, which I'll get into. It's kind of leading me up to how the Lions are with Steve Yzerman as the general manager, which is something that I've wanted for a long time on the Red Wings. He's in the draft. He had an awesome draft. The Red Wings will be good, maybe not this year. Will they get to the playoffs? Well, maybe not, but they have the mindset going into this very, very beginning. They have the mindset of a playoff team, but will they make it? Well, it's a long haul. There's 82 games in the season. We're only 5 games in. But what I'm not seeing, things that happened with the Red Wings last year. I mean, they had like streaks of 10 losses in a row. I don't see that with this team. They have the fight. They have the mentality. They have the toughness. And what they're saying about the Red Wings is they have the resiliency. Kind of like the Lions. I'll get into that in a second for all you Lions people. But again, it's all starts at the top. And what I'm getting at is that Steve Yzerman is a general manager. It's trickling down to Jeff Blashill, the coach, and it's trickling down to the players. When the announcement was made that Stevie Yzerman was going to be the general manager, the whole locker room changed. So anyway, this is just the beginning. It's a good start. It's not great. I mean, as you can see, Buffalo has just got a killer team. Same with Boston. Everyone on Boston is just huge. They're monsters. So that's going to be the Maple Leafs. They, as I said, they lost last night. So that was a test. They got kind of beat up by the Maple Leafs, but they played. I could see the intensity. So, but the other tests are going to be how they do against the Bruins and the Sabres, because those are two good teams there. Anyway, let's switch over to the Lions. And for Monday night, and let's look at where the Lions are at. I consider it a must-win game Monday night, tomorrow night against the Packers. And even if they lose tomorrow night, it doesn't mean their season is over by no means. But they need to, this goes back to what I was saying on the Red Wings. It's the mentality. They need to have the winning mentality. They need to have the fight. Um, I do not want to see them to go into Green Bay on national TV and lay an egg. And I don't think it's going to happen. I'll give my score at the end. What I think it's going to be, I have a funny feeling that it's going to be one of these games that's probably going to be going down the field, but they really need to contain Aaron Rodgers. Davante Adams is probably out, but I'm counting him to be in. But Slay's appears to be in, so we'll have Slay and probably some help. Slay and some help on Davante Adams, who at best will probably be a little gimpy. So the thing is for the Lions, and I'm going to get into these numbers here in a minute. They need to get the pass rush. If they get Aaron Rodgers rattled, they're going to win the game. And he's one difference between Aaron Rodgers, the Packers, and Kansas City is Rodgers isn't as mobile as, he can still run and get and burn you scrambling out of the pocket, but he's not a Patrick Mahomes. He's not. He's obviously older and he doesn't run as fast. So, and I think the Detroit Lions line can keep him there. You won't see him scramble for a first down near the end of the game. Not like Mahomes. So that sort of thing won't happen. And I'm sure Matt Patricia, he is dialing up a good defensive plan against Rodgers. And what we need to see is two things. Two biggest thing is the defensive line needs to get in, get some sacks, and rattle Aaron Rodgers. The defensive line really needs to go. And on the offensive side of the ball, the run blocking needs to improve, and Kerryon Johnson needs to just he needs to just run up and down the field. And the longer you keep Aaron Rodgers on the bench, that's basically how the Lions have beat them. Time management, clock management, keep control of the ball, and keep Aaron Rodgers sitting on the bench. And that's how you beat Green Bay, period. And another thing on the defensive side of the ball on the Lions, they need to Adam Jones or something like that. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. But they need to really stop him, and I think they can. I think they're capable of doing it. They can't allow to have this guy have a kind of a game that he had last week against the Cowboys. If he starts running all over the Lions, Green Bay is going to win the game. So we don't want that. But now let's look at the numbers, and this is why it's a must-win. Look at we got the Packers at 4-1-0. Lions are 2-1-1. But here's the thing. Here's the key. This is their first division opponent. So if they beat Green Bay will drop into the division 2-1. Lions will be 1-0. And then, as you can see, the Bears are 1-1 and the Vikings are 0-2 in the division. That's critical. So this game is a must game. They need to have that 1-0 up here, and need to knock Green Bay. And then I'm jumping ahead a little bit. Let's say they win the next two. Let's say they beat Green Bay, and then Minnesota. Then they'll be 2-0 in the division. That'll drop Minnesota 0-3 in the division. See, now look at the conference here. See, another thing is the Packers are 3-1. Lions win tomorrow, they'll be 2-0-1. Bears are 2-1 in the conference, and the Vikings are 2-2. So these things here are really key. So that's why I'm saying this is a must-win. Now, another thing that's kind of bugging me is the points for and points against. That's why the offense needs to step it up. 97 to 95, only a +2 differential. That's the worst in the division. That's not good. That's got to improve. They've got to score more points and get this spread, and they can do that. But this is not going to increase until the running game gets better. So we need to see some more running, because the more they run, and the more they score on the running game, that means they have the ball more, and that's just means that the opponents are going to be scoring less. So, but look at this. Look at the Vikings. They've got a plus 39 difference. 112 points for, 73 against. Then the Bears 87 points for, 69 against, plus 18. Lions we just talked about. Then look at the Packers. 119 for and 93 against. That's a differential of plus 26. So I think these numbers, after, and I'm predicting the Lions win. This is really their opportunity as for a mentality thing. Not only that, as a national TV, you know that the Lions are going to be going all out, and obviously the Packers, they're at home, they don't want to be embarrassed. So it's going to be a hard fought game, but depends on and I don't want to really throw this in, but the Lions are going to probably be fighting not only the Packers, but they're going to be fighting the refs. We all know that. So let's just take the refs out of the equation, play a solid game, get a jump up to a good lead, hold on to that lead, and get the win. And because it is critical, it won't kill their season with a loss, but this is more of a confidence and more of a standing, more of a thing for playoff playoff scenarios and who gets what positioning and that sort of thing. And so there's a whole lot of things in here then besides the fact that they're playing the Packers. So there's a lot of things going into this. So I just wanted to get this video out. And enjoy your Sunday watching football. I am, and we will talk to you later.